This is my classroom demonstration video for page 901 about transformations and translations, and we're just going to jump into it. So this first page, it asks us, they end up moving the fireplace, but before we do anything, we need to actually figure out and recognize the difference between a transformation and a translation. So here it says a transformation is a change in position, shape, or size of a figure. So a transformation, the shape is moving, but it can also be changing size, getting bigger or getting smaller, or changing into a new shape altogether. A translation is you're taking that same shape and all the aspects and points of that shape are staying the same, but moving in a different location. So once you move the shape from point A to point B, the shape should still look the exact same. Okay, that's a translation. Here they give us an example. This fire pit has been translated. So it's not changing shape or changing size. It's just being moved from one place to the other. They move it an equal number of feet to the right and an equal number of feet away from the house. The fire pit still has the same shape, size, and orientation. So here they moved it 6 feet across and 3 feet down. And they'll put the fire pit here. Okay, so let's go to the second picture here. Okay, picture 2. All right, picture 2 says, these are actual try questions. The clients also want the small table below the window moved 5 feet to the right. Where should the architect place the small table? Draw the new location of the table on the plan. So I'm gonna have to go back to that picture, but before I do, I want to solve this bottom one. That convinced me an equilateral triangle with side lengths 5 inches. So an equilateral triangle, we know all the sides are the same. So if one of the sides of the triangle is 5 inches, that means the rest of the sides of the triangle will be 5 inches. So 5 here, 5 here, 5 here. They say they translate it. They're not transforming it, they're just translating it. So the size and the shape of the triangle is not changing, it's just being moved 3 units down and 2 units right. So that would be 3 units down, so you can picture it, 3 units down, 2 units right. If I'm translating it, I should have the exact same triangle after it's all said and done. Now the dimensions, whatever the angles are, they all stay the same. The sides lengths stay the same, it all stays the same when you are translating it. Okay, so back to the top here. Let's go back to that first picture. I believe they said 5 units to the right. So look at this picture. I mean, it was really blurry on the computer. So they said a small table. So I'm going to assume that it has to be either this. Oops. It has to be either this or this. Because this looks like a bench. This is the fireplace that moved over here. And this looks like some pyramid thing. So if I can imagine them moving this 5, let's say inches. I think it's 5 feet. So 5 feet to the right. 5 feet to the right. A little bit more than half of this rectangle, this is at the very end, is 6. So if I can picture myself moving the triangle or the table halfway across the whole rectangle, it would be about right here. That's if this is the table. So if this is the table, I'm moving 5 feet to the right. It's clearly going to be a little outside of my actual patio space. So I'm going to assume this is the table here. So this will be the new location of my table. Let's go to the last page here. Okay. All right, our last question says, triangle ABC is translated 5 units right and 1 unit down. Translated. That means all the points on my triangle are just being moved to a new location. The triangle should look the exact same when I'm done. It's not transforming or changing shape like a transformation says, it's being translated. So 5 units to the right. triangle ABC, so ABC is each one of my points. If I'm translating it, it's moving, I'm just moving each point. So 5 units right, 1 unit down. Here's A. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 unit down. This is my new A. Make sure you have that on top. That differentiates it so you know that this is your beginning A and this is your new location for A. Because if I just had A, the regular A on both, you wouldn't know which one came first. So we gotta make sure you have that. There's a specific name for that, but I know it's just a little line. It kind of tells you which switch. Moving on to B here. 5 units right, 1 unit down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. That's B. Okay. Going to C. 5 units right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 unit down. C. I can connect. You can see it's the exact same shape. I translated it. All I did was move it from one location to the other. The points, the size, translated. They didn't change shape, they didn't change length, they didn't change size. All I did was move it. If M, the angle of A, is 30 degrees, so this is, so you're saying this is 30 degrees right here, this angle A. What is angle of the new A? So the new A spline. Well, if I'm translating it, I know nothing is changing. So does that, my angle size also isn't changing. So if this is 30 degrees and I translate it, this side, the new A, is also going to be 30 degrees. And that's it.